Pope Francis called us for fast and prayer for the peace in Syria. I would like to start with short reflection about fasting and prayer. In 1917, Blessed Mother appeared to few children in Fatima, and Mary was asking the children to spread the news that she wants the world to pray and fast for conversion and to change the lives of people. And if people will not change their lives, there will come great terror from Russia. And at that time, Russia wasn't too powerful. But as we know from the history of World War II and what happened later, there came huge tyranny of communism and socialism from Russia. People didn't listen enough carefully to change their hearts. In 1980s, Mary appeared to one of the visionaries in Medjugorje, and she showed her the vision what will happen in Rwanda if people will not start praying more and fast more. And we know all from the history what happened there between Hutu and Tutsi. Huge massacre and terror. And today, Pope is calling us for fast and prayer for peace in Syria. He's calling us for that because we can change the history through our prayer and fasting. I would say that we give to God kind of the energy to change people's mind who rule this world. God can help us if we can help Him, if we help Him to do more things in the world. And I was praying a few days before what I could do for fast for myself, to do the sacrifice for peace in Syria. And I was surprised because there came thoughts to me that, well, I could start fast from sleep, however it sounds strange. Well, for the last few years, I tried a few times to get up before time and do something, do some prayers or anything else before right time to get up. And a few times I was already dressed around 6 a.m., but I went back to bed because it was too early for me. So beside the 6:30 Mass a.m., I cannot get from my bed at 6 a.m. And I thought, wow, this would be something really difficult to leave my bed at 6 when I have Mass at 8. The next day I had the Mass at 8 a.m. and I woke up at 6 a.m. and I made it. I did it for the peace in Syria. The most difficult was to leave my bed, and I offered this to God, that I can give them this morning suffering and offer it for peace in Syria. I would like you to pray and ask God, how I could fast in my life. It's not only about food. It can be internet, phone, or some kind of pleasure that you could give up for God. Something insignificant, but something big for you. And God needs our sacrifices to change the world. Our sacrifices and prayer. They are very powerful. And we may look on the history next 50 years and see how the history went. And we can ask ourselves, did we do enough? Did we respond for Pope's request to pray and fast for peace in Syria? Second thought about these very strange words that Jesus wants us to hate father, mother, children, our life, to be His disciple. What does it mean? What He requires from us? All of us know the term loser. We know who is the loser. I would say that in world's eyes, we Christians, we who follow Jesus, are kind of the losers because we don't steal, we don't covet neighbor's wife and his possession. We try not to work on Sunday and find time for family, for God, for the rest, for our rest, what we need. We try to follow this narrow path of 10 commandments and even more, praying for our enemies. It looks strange for those who don't believe in God, that we lose so much because we follow Jesus. And they can say, you almost like, you behave like you hate your life. Why do you do it? Because we want to follow Jesus. Because he invites us to this narrow path. And in world's eyes, we lose a lot. But how much more we gain from God's blessing through following him? How much he gives us as a reward for following him? His friendship, his blessing, his guidance, his consolation, his presence in our lives. This is how I understand this sentence in today's words, that we are kind of the losers, but we win much more than we lose. So I pray for you and for myself that we may have this courage and even desire to be losers in God's eyes, to win much more, to gain his presence, his friendship, and eternal life.